G'day, welcome to the film Pakistan, the fun bits. So nothing in this film is going to have anything to do with the earthquake. Now I've taken you here to Takshila, and Takshila is a museum with an old bunch of old towns and things like that have been here for so long that this is where the Hindu kings welcomed Alexander the Great and did their negotiations with him. So let me show you around Takshila and then we'll go to other parts of Pakistan where we do the fun. So here we are at Takshila, and Takshila was founded in about 600 BC by Darius. We got around that fella. And this is the place where Alexander the Great came to meet with the Hindus and settle the different treaties that he formed with them in about 300 BC in areas like that. Nice and historical. This actually was one of those critical parts of the Silk Road that everyone travelled through. This is kind of cool. Not much left, but cool to be here. And this here that I'm walking across now is the cricket pitch that Alexander the Great learned how to play cricket on back in 300 BC. That's true. Hi, we're now in Sirkap, which is just down the road from Takshila, and this here is the main street of Sirkap. Alexander the Great was here as well. Apparently 6,000 or 7,000 people lived here, 5 square kilometres, and was formed or founded in about 200 BC and lasted around about 300 years. Apparently all the shops are at the front and all the houses are at the back along the main street. If you don't believe me, listen to this guy.
John Marshall write in history, second periods people Sakha use for this place pray worship. Basically this is a pray worship place of Hindu period, and the Hindu people called them this place named Jantar Mandar.
Old sundial of the Sun Temple. There's a pillar there and the shadows coming into each of these quadrants here would indicate what time it was. That's pretty cool. And now we're a bit further from Takshila in a place called Julian, and this is the monastery of the monks in Julian. And this is from around about 200 or 300 AD. Yeah, take a look at how it's built. Not bad for 2,000-year-old walls. Beautiful. Sunday morning, Islamabad. This is Islamabad. They say it's like Canberra. You know, the bloke who designed Islamabad took his inspiration from Canberra because you've got lots of different suburbs in their own little sections with their own market in the middle, much like Canberra. Boring as batshit too, much like Canberra. Anyway, pretty. Okay, now we're in Peshawar in western Pakistan, just near the bottom of the Hindu Kush, near the Khyber Pass, where great historical people have fought across for centuries. We've just left Peshawar and we're heading up to the Khyber Pass, and we've now entered the tribal areas where national Pakistani law doesn't apply, and there's a whole lot of big houses and things which are owned by drug dealers and smugglers that we'll see as we go by. And okay, up to the Khyber Pass we need to have an armed escort, so that's our escort, provided very kindly by the Pakistan Army. Here we go, coming into the beginning of the Hindu Kush range. So behind these walls are the homes of drug lords and smugglers.
Yeah, you can have a look at inside. Yeah.
All these private homes are built like little forts.
And turn around with your camera.
This house here belongs to a very famous drug lord who apparently was the largest counterfeiter of US notes. Probably sitting in the back of that truck. Here we are in the Hindu Kush in the Khyber Pass, and we've got Pakistan where I'm standing, and Afghanistan is right there. Afghanistan is just there.
Since the prehistoric invasion of Aryans around 1600 BC, all the invaders except Europeans and Arabs have used Khyber Pass as a western gateway to Indo-Pakistan subcontinent. This pass has seen the hordes of Aryans, Greeks, Seljuks, Tatars, Huns, Mongols, Mughals and Persians.
Jahangir's tomb,
Yeah,
built in somewhere in the 1630s
yeah.
by his widow Queen Noor Jahan, designed by the widow Noor Jahan, and this is one of my favorite places in Lahore. I really like the tombstone, I really like the marble work inside, and I don't think cameras are allowed inside, but still they let you take them in. Anyways.
And they say this is supposed to be the second best example of the Mughal Empire after the Taj in India, is that right?
Yes, this is so, yes. But this thing has not been really preserved and maintained as it should have been.
Okay, we're looking for a new record here. This is 3 people. That's actually 3 generations on a motorcycle. And we're looking for 4. Well, 4's the most we've seen on a motorcycle, but we're sure the record's going to be up near 6. This is the potential for a 4. This is and we got a 4 here. 1. Oh no, that's 3. That's a 3. And that, well, son, you're a loser. You're all by yourself. You've got 2 here plus a lot of shopping. Yeah, that looks like a 2, doesn't it? That's definitely a 2. They're too young to have more than just 2. Yeah, that's a 2. We go 3. No, no, 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. And here we've got 1. That's a 4 as well because there's one on the other side. I think this is a 3. There are 3 heads. But no, there's a 4th. There's a little baby there too. See, there's a little baby's head. There's 4. I reckon we might have one on the handlebars here. Let's have a look. No, disappointing. There's a 4. Missed it. Gone behind the potato sack. Hang on, there we go. There it is. Look at it. It's got the baby dangling off on one side.
Only one shoe.
Only one shoe on the baby. I dare hope it started with only one shoe, or there's a hell of a story behind it. Now lots of 3 and a dog. That was a good one. How do we count that? How many is that? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
6.
That was 6. That was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
6.
That was 6. That was 6. This is Wagga, not to be confused with Wagga in Australia. This is there's a famous border point between Pakistan and India, where 7-foot soldiers in immaculately pressed uniforms yell and scream at each other and then slam the border gate shut each night around sunset. So we're going to hope to get there tonight, so long as 2 things happen. 1, we don't get stuck in traffic, and 2, Amara gives us the right direction. Okay, this is the Wagga border between Pakistan and India. They have this ceremony here closing the borders between each other. It's amazing how 2 countries that hate each other are going to have to coordinate so well to get this right. But have a look, this is good. about this. Everything down to the drill movements, the length of the cord on the flagpoles, everything is the same between India and Pakistan. They had to cooperate precisely to show this act of defiance.
ऐसी नजर से देखा उस जालिम ने चौक पर हमने कलेजा रख दिया चाकू की नोक पर।
Everyone, welcome to Pakistan, the fun bits. So instead of talking about the earthquake now, we're going to be talking about this. Because Pakistan is more than just the earthquake. This is a fantastic country. Where we're going now is we're going to the Sindoor Festival. Okay, if you can hear me above the wind, we're now standing at the top of the Lowari Pass, northwest frontier, northern Pakistan, heading up towards Chitral. We're at around about 3,000 metres in height. Bloody beautiful. This is the way to travel! You now tell me, why would you want to get a real job in an office and the most exciting thing you do is catch a taxi? Here we have the remnants of the old glacier forming a natural cave under the glacier, and some friends of mine we've discovered it as we've got here. Let's go have a look. This is cool. So here I am in the middle of Pakistan with some friends. Say hi. Hi, and here we are, we've got this glacier right behind us. This is the most obscure glacier I've ever seen. It's maybe 35 degrees Celsius. We have some nice warm wind coming down, keeping us warm, and our feet are standing in ice and are freezing bloody cold. So, the feet are -1 degrees and the head is 35. I mean, this is great. So have a look in here, inside a glacial cave in Pakistan. Now seriously, here I am bouncing along in the back of a ute. It's 6:45 in the evening, somewhere up in the northern frontier areas of Pakistan, probably about 50k from the Afghanistan border, about 100 kilometres from the Chinese border, heading towards the world's highest polo game in some of the most rugged but breathtakingly beautiful terrain that you can see as we're driving along. I can't help but reflect a couple of things. One, how lucky I am to get here. And two, why would you want an office job? I get paid to do this. Yes, yeah, give you an idea of how remote we are here, look at this amazing landscape and scenery. And Afghanistan is about 40 kilometres that way, and about 10 kilometres beyond that is Tajikistan, and around about 100 kilometres that way is China. So pull out your map and have a look where that Tajikistan, Afghanistan, China bit is.
आँखें भी कमाल करती हैं, पर्सनल से सवाल करती हैं, हाय पलकों को उठाती भी नहीं, पर्दे का ख्याल करती हैं।
ओ मेरा गम तो किसी से भी छुपता नहीं, दर्द होता है दर्द जब चुभता नहीं। ओ मेरा गम तो किसी से भी छुपता नहीं, दर्द होता है दर्द जब चुभता नहीं।
आजा टूटे ना अंगड़ाई, ओ मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे, तू आजा मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे, तू आजा।
कजरा रे कजरा रे कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना, कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना। ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना, ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना। ओ तेरे नैना हमें कसते हैं तेरे नैना, ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना।
Now we're at the 3,772 metre Shandor Pass, and over my left shoulder you've got the lake, and just on the other side of the lake, just over here, is where the polo is going to be tomorrow, highest polo field in the world. Now, the history behind this polo game is that you've got Chitral on one side of the Shandor Pass and Gilgit on the other side of the Shandor Pass. In winter, Chitral is completely cut off because the passes at both ends of the valleys are snowed out. But in the summer, the population on either side of the pass decide to get together for a good bit of competition, and that's what we're going to see. We need some good street surfing.
Yes, we do. Should I do? I'm going to take like a...
What? How much did it say that's like TV on the side? We are inching like a married couple.
I'm so sending this to you know who. Fred. I'm 10. Why did you know?
पंगा लावेंगा तो लग पता जावेगा, तेरे हाथ साड़ा सुर नहीं आवेगा। पंगा लावेंगा तो लग पता जावेगा, तन पावे बेसुरियां दी मार बबुआ, बबुआ, बबुआ,
Play.
So that we can continue to keep this alive in a very remote and difficult environment. Right? Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, we're at full time, 7 goals each, and extra time now. Okay, extra time done. It's still locked at 7 goals all, and the commentator has just helpfully told us that he doesn't know what happens next. Okay, they're figuring out what do they do now after 7 goals all at extra time. two captains were talking.
It looks like they're going in for the next 5 minutes.
Right, 5 more minutes of
Next
extra
5
time.
minutes, and after that,
8 goals, 7. Chittrolls in front.
Get it.
Ooh, there goes that mallet.
Oh my God, what's happening? What's
No
happening?
idea.
What's happening?
What on earth is going
Oh
on
my
over
God.
some commotion there.
Oh my God.
there? Something just went on, God knows what. 8 goals to 7, crowd disturbance. All this game needs now is a streaker.
Oh, get it!
That's got to be the winning score. 9-7.
सांसों ने सांसों से दिल ने ये दिल से कहा साया तेरा आशिक
So that was the Polo and Chandur. Now we're heading our way to Hunza, maybe, or maybe Gilgit. We'll see where we get to. But on the way, look at the views we're seeing.
सपना भी अपना रंगीन लगने लगा तेरे मेरे साथ क्या नहीं रंगों की ओर आ ये दिन रात बन गए सूरज भी अगला
Okay, we're driving along the Karakoram Highway. I've been wanting to come along KKH for years, and finally we're here. KKH is in northern Pakistan, and it goes basically from the earthquake-affected zone all the way up to China and across the Chinese. And you can see here that they've really just had to carve the whole thing right out of the sides of the rock. Very, very rugged area. And before the KKH was built this century, the old Silk Road used to run along the edge of this cliff here, right along that jagged line there. So right along this area here. That is the old Silk Road. Rakaposhi, 7,788 metres, 3 times higher than anything in Australia.
सांसों ने सांसों से दिल ने ये दिल से कहा
This is Rakaposhi from the other side, 7,788 metres. 3 Australias on top of each other, and then maybe you get that height. Pretty cool. Haramosh, 7,388 metres. Moshi, 7,780 metres. That's Nanga Parbat, 8,126 metres, second highest mountain in Pakistan, and about the 5th highest in the world. I'm now standing at the confluence of 3 mighty mountain ranges, the Hindu Kush, the Himalayas, and the Karakorams. Where these 3 mountain ranges come together, let me show you. All along here is the beginning, the very beginning of the Himalayan mountains, marked at its start by the Indus River. And here, where the Indus River, which comes down here and flows down the bottom, meets the Gilgit River, this part here is the Karakoram Mountains, and then we come around here to the other side of the Gilgit River to the Hindu Kush Mountains. Okay, so let's talk geography again for a minute. We're just near a village called Patan. Now, the reason or the way that all this was formed was when the Indian continent about 300 million years ago broke away from Gondwandaland, the supercontinent that Australia and Antarctica were part of, and over 220 million years came up towards Asia, and about 80 million years ago India slammed into Asia, twisting kind of clockwise. Now, in between Asia and India was a small little ocean plate with a volcanic chain of islands on it. And here in Patan is basically where the dividing line is between the Indian subcontinent and that old volcanic ocean plate that was twisted up and turned on its side, which basically became the Karakorams and the Himalayas.